I'm Thomas Hicks, Chairman of the United States Election Assistance Commission, and joining me today for a continuing series on advocacy groups helping with the election process is Michelle Bishop. Michelle, can you tell us a little bit about your organization and your role within that organization?
So thanks so much for having me this afternoon. I'm so happy to be here and be able to talk about these issues. My name is Michelle Bishop, and I'm actually the voting rights specialist at an organization called NDRN, or the National Disability Rights Network. We're a nonpartisan membership association for a national network of disability rights organizations called the Protection and Advocacy Systems, or the P&As for short. They're actually federally mandated, so there is a P&A in every state, every U.S. territory, one in the District of Columbia, and one in the Southwest that actually represents Native Americans with disabilities. These organizations work on a whole host of issues that impact people with disabilities. That could be access to employment, education, housing, transportation, but we also work on access to the vote and voting rights for people with disabilities, and that's really where I come into play. So those organizations work on really all things to do with voting and people with disabilities. We love working collaboratively with state and local election authorities to make sure that ballots and polling places and all of those systems, voter registration, are accessible for people with disabilities. But we also do a lot of work directly with voters, really from start to finish of the voting process. So that could be helping people with disabilities to get registered to vote, helping to educate you on what your rights are as a voter, and what to do if the vote is not accessible to you, all of those things, really to make sure that people with disabilities are able to fully participate in the process.
Okay. What sort of things in detail are your organizations working on now for the 2016 election cycle?
Now that we're actually so close to Election Day, it's really all about making sure that people with disabilities know what their rights are and know what to expect when they get to the polls. Your polling place should be accessible to you, but if there's an issue, what do you do about that, and what are your options? Being ready to interact with the ballot, and what options are there to make sure that people with all types of disabilities are able to cast that ballot privately and independently, the way they're promised through the Help America Vote Act, or HAVA. We're really getting ready for Election Day. Absolutely. We partner with the Election Protection Coalition, that's that 866 Our Vote hotline, so that people with disabilities can call in on Election Day if you have questions or if you're having an issue, and we're there to help answer those questions. We're there to help resolve those issues in real time to make sure that people are able to vote. You can also, in your state or territory, directly contact your P&A if you have questions, if you need help getting registered to vote, if you're not sure where your polling place is, or if you're having a problem participating in the process. You can reach out directly to your P&A as well. They work with voters all the time, and they're happy to help.
How do I reach my P&A?
The easiest thing to do is actually to go to NDRN's website. So if you go to www.ndrn.org, on the right-hand side of the page, there's actually a little map of the United States, and if you click on that, you can get a full listing of all of our members. And it'll have their contact information, their websites, all of that, to get in touch with them. If that's not really your thing, you can actually call our offices as well at 202-408-9514, and we'll actually provide you the contact information there as well. A lot of our organizations also run their own hotlines on Election Day for voters with disabilities. So those will usually be live staff on Election Day. If you have a problem or you have any questions, you can call in and ask as well on Election Day.
And I want to thank your organization for all your help in helping us with the disability card that we have for folks who have disabilities to know their rights and responsibilities once they go to the polling place. Those cards are the inserts into wallets, and we've done a large print Braille version, and we've now done a QR code as well. And we're going to show those at the end of this video as well.
Absolutely. It was great to work on that project, and we're actually getting those cards out to the P&As in the states so that they can get those out to voters. So people should actually go to eac.gov and look for those, or get in touch with your P&A, and it has some really good, clear information about what your federal voting rights are as a person with a disability, to give you an idea what you should expect when you go to the polls, and know what you can ask for if you need assistance in voting.
I want to thank you again for coming in, and thank the audience for watching this video in our series of episodes for advocacy groups that are helping with the election process. And with that, I want to say goodbye.